Yo, good day, and welcome to a special edition of the roadFS podcast.
Yeah.
We are super excited because we have the man, the myth, the legend. Everybody has sent us tons of
Holy
questions
crap.
about Mr. Carter Jones.
That's right. We're going to change the name of the podcast to the
Carter
Carter
Fan
Jones
Club.
Hustling Podcast. So,
yeah, we are super excited.
Back
man.
by popular demand, we just got a ton of people that ask us questions about you and about your just your positive attitude and how you do things and things like that. So we wanted to bring you back on and have and I think in the whole history of this, we've only had like 3 or 4 people have ever come back for a second podcast. Nobody's ever been requested back by people. So you are the superstar.
Well, I feel honored. Thank you.
Oh, excellent. So we've got a series of questions, and then if anybody has questions that are live, somebody's already got something on there, we will bring those on as they come in.
Yeah, and some of them are going to be personal, some of them are going to be business related, and so we're pretty excited. And
I'm an open book. I don't hold anything back.
You're not gonna hold anything back.
Good.
That's awesome.
I forgot away.
That's super great. Well, we're excited to have you. So the first question. So first of all, let's give people some background that didn't see the podcast. So our guest is Carter Jones. He runs an amazing business out of Canada. His business is called Handicapped and Hustling. And which I love that name. I mean, it's just I should have, if I would have thought about it, I would have prepared that everybody is song, but I but I neglected that. But that's all good. So
yeah, and we tried to get Brian Adams to come in live, with some Canadian background and sing it live, but we couldn't do it.
Nickelback.
So, all right. The first question that we have is, what things do you struggle with the most?
That's hard to reach area, like higher up vehicle. I did a Denali, at High Country last week, and that was a bit challenging, just because it is so high, factory. That basically all I could do was vacuum, and my aide had to do the rest of it.
Okay. Yeah, and that makes sense. It's just that's probably the most popular question is people just wondering how you deal with that. I thought it would be to figure out what tattoo to put on your other arm, but I was wrong.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fill this one out first.
There you go.
That's awesome. All
right.
right.
So the next question we had came to us and it says, have you ever had a customer unhappy with you and how did you deal with that?
Yes, I did. You're never going to avoid the Karens. So I just tried to deal with it as professionally as possible. Thanks to Paulo for the advice. So basically, if there's ever a situation like that, I give them a discount, obviously, and then I go back and fix the problem at no cost.
Yep. That's awesome. There's something about integrity.
Yeah.
It's like I think a lot about the conversation we had last week with Kevin Hillwood.
Yeah.
He's like, sometimes you got to take the hit.
Yeah. It's all about your reputation. You don't want to be a guy that rips everyone off and does a shitty job. You want to build up a good reputation.
Yeah. And that's the thing is a lot of people struggle with that, just as being a professional and owning up to a mistake. I did that wrong and let's fix it. Yeah.
No, everyone makes mistakes.
Everybody does. So it's all right. So the next question, and I just got to show you this. These are the questions, and that's Rod's writing. So
good luck.
So I got to see if I can figure this out. What is your favorite What is that?
Hobbies.
No.
it's right here.
Oh, okay.
What are your favorite hobbies?
All right, I was
There
on
you
the
go.
wrong.
Yeah, you're
thing.
on the wrong one.
What are your favorite hobbies outside of work?
Well, when, um, there's nothing like that here in Medicine Hat, sadly.
Sorry, you were breaking
you
up.
broke up there. Can you start over?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, so back in Calgary, I used to play power wheelchair hockey. So that was one of them, but we don't have that here in Medicine Hat. So that kind of sucks. So,
You wouldn't be Canadian if you didn't play hockey.
right, you have to, even if you are disabled.
That's right. So I can imagine that as instead of being able to throw down, you guys just run into each other, or what?
Oh, it's full contact.
I love it.
I've flipped a couple people. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
That
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to a business question. What is your favorite part of being an entrepreneur?
The freedom.
Yep.
To work for yourself. To make your own schedule, like that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of power and freedom.
Yeah. Like,
what I like the best about being an entrepreneur is when I go into the bathroom and I stare in the mirror and the owner tells me how awesome I am.
right?
That's mine.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good point. I actually don't want that to go away, because I think a lot of times we as owners, we look at the challenge that we're going through, whether it's physically, emotionally, in our family, in our business, and we look ourselves in the mirror, and a lot of us go, "Oh, you suck. Why are you even trying? Man, you are a horrible dad. You know, you really messed up last week. You made a mistake. You made that customer unhappy." Instead of going, "You know what? I'm awesome. And I'm doing the best that I can today. And yes, I made a mistake and I got to own it." In the words of Mike Carlin, I got to own my mistake. But you know what? I'm awesome. And I'm working the best I can to build a business that serves my customers.
And you know what? I'm a victim of that too. Sometimes I do forget that. And whenever I get a phone call or something, they ask for the owner. I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot I am the owner.
Yeah. I think the other thing we forget about is that, like Jody was saying, you're making the best decisions you can at the time with the information you have.
Yeah.
Once you get new information or a new tool or new training, you can make a different decision. But a lot of people beat themselves up for decisions they made in the past. No, that was so stupid. No, it was the best decision you could make at the time.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. Like in my free time, I'm always learning. I'm always watching like detailers on YouTube, whether they're professionals or not. I'm always trying to learn more information.
Yeah, and that was one of our questions. What do you do to keep up with industry trends? And obviously, you're always learning.
Yeah, I try. I follow Jason from Chicago Auto Pros. Not from Obsessed. I was actually lucky enough to meet Jason last year, but I kind of messed that one up. I was so nervous, I couldn't even talk to him. I hope this year
you blipped off again. There, you're back.
There you go.
Your internet sometimes is flip. You're good though. You're good.
All
let's
right.
see. There's another one.
So the next question for you,
hold on. Let's see.
Is
tell them some of your
jokes. All right. So do you have a good joke?
I don't know if they're appropriate, but
they're not appropriate.
they're pretty bad.
All right. So I guess when we see you at Mobile Tech Expo,
now you gotta tell me the joke.
Well, are you guys going to see me?
Yes, we'll be at SEMA.
So I made the decision that I'm going.
Awesome.
That's
Well, we'll see you
awesome.
live then. So,
All right. So your next question is how did you win over your first customer?
That was an interesting one. It was off Facebook. I had it out up there on Marketplace, which you were not allowed to do, because they took it down afterwards. Some random guy off Facebook Marketplace. And I will never forget, I felt so bad. I completed the full interior detail, and my dumbass forgot to clean the floor mats. So it was a nice clean cut and awful looking floor mats.
That's awesome. That is so funny.
Yeah, you know what? There you go. But you probably came back from it and cleaned them afterwards.
Yeah, I think I did, yeah.
Okay. So this next one is, what is your definition of success for yourself?
Being financially free, and not even, I mean, money helps, but like success is just like just having a healthy mind, like being happy.
Mhm.
If you wake up every day and you feel good, I believe you're successful. There's so many people out there that aren't. It's just a mindset, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I mean, we could just sit on that for a while.
Yeah.
I really love that definition.
And I think a lot of people need to be a little more humble about that, because I think so many people are caught up in a fantasy of what success is. Oh, I have to have 200 employees. Oh, I have to be a multimillionaire. I have to have a Lamborghini, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
That at the end of it all, when you're, there's another thing up there, but when you're old and sitting around on your last days, that's not what you're going to be talking about. You're going to want your
You're not gonna think about your Lamborghini, or maybe you will, but I don't think you would.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's a really good thing to keep you grounded, stay grounded. So
Look at me. You don't need a Lambo to be successful. I'm driving around with my hunk of shit van.
yep.
I love that. You know what? It's like you're leveraging what you have, whether it's a hunk of shit van or it's just your attitude and your spirit. There's amazing what you can do with building out of what's at your hand.
I think we should start a rental company and call it Hunk of Shit and haul in it.
Yeah.
Not just pieces of crap that people could throw shit in the back of and drive.
Yeah. I mean, how people drive rental cars so bad anyway.
Yeah, who cares? It's like, and you don't need insurance because it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If it comes back burnt and bent, it doesn't matter. So
that's right. Just bring it.
I remember setting up my business insurance for the van. They were saying, what do you need? I mean, the basic of the basic, just to make me legal, because that van isn't worth nothing. And they were, no, it's going to be worth something. And no, trust me, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So, all right,
so
let me see if I can read this again.
yes.
So, explain your idea of accessible clothing.
Right. You talked about, you had that idea.
Yeah, so, like, for example, like, jeans, I like one jeans, Canadian tuxedo. But no, seriously, it looks a bit more professional than just showing up in sweatpants. So I prefer jeans, but I can't give them up on my own because the buttons and zippers. So I would like to have jeans with maybe Velcro or some type of other material to help me undo and button up, that kind of thing.
Nice.
I love that. So I'm dressed appropriate. I got my Canadian tuxedo on. I didn't know I was dressed appropriate.
You just need a jacket now, and then you'll be good.
You'd be good to go.
I get a jacket. Good to go.
Yeah. Basically, you gotta look like Jay Leno.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Well, that's pretty cool. So for our next question,
Yeah, we want to bring up one that we're gonna actually pop a little video in here from the first podcast that you were talking about it to answer this question.
So we're gonna cue this up with the question to you. So here we go.
I guess here's the big question: which polisher do you like best?
Yeah, I'm not rich enough to have a big foot, so I just have like a little $400 no-name one. But if I could afford it, I would have the roadFS.
The 21. So you talked about the roadFS, the hybrid or whatever it's called,
the hybrid one.
Yeah.
We decided that you needed one of those. So
we're gonna be sending you one.
Oh my God! No way.
Yep.
I can't accept this. You guys are too nice.
There you go, buddy. It's all yours.
Oh my goodness.
Check this out. We'll get your address and everything.
Thank you guys so much. I can't accept it. It's too much.
No, it's not too much. It's
just enough.
It's just enough.
To go back on the first one, I forgot I do have a roadFS. It's a keychain, so it doesn't do anything.
Yep. Perfect.
I have one of those keychains
I have
too.
So, but we're gonna send you this. I really appreciate roadFS getting this out to us as fast as they could.
Yep, and I am wearing my roadFS shirt today, and in honor of them helping us get this together.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. I met some of the roadFS team last year at SEMA, and they hooked me up so much too. They are truly an amazing company.
Yeah, they are. All the people are there, and I, we just think that is something. I saw your video the other day of you actually polishing a car, and I think that this is awesome. We'll get you this out. Full disclosure, I have turned it on and see what it felt like. I didn't polish anything with it there.
It hasn't been polished, but
no, I didn't polish it. I turned it on. I was like, see how it feels. But we want to see you using this thing and put some videos out there. And
yeah, definitely. I'm actually in the process of training my employee on paint correction and polishing, so that will be a huge help.
Yep.
Yeah. So, well, that's super cool. Well, we wanted to thank you for your humor, your tenacity, your example, your hustling attitude, and obviously it's infectious, right? By the questions that we got, and we just wanted to give you a small gift.
Yep.
To help you in your business and help you grow and get that dream of not only, having a huge detailing business, being a distributor, creating your own clothing line. I mean, the list keeps going on and on. So,
and now a rental car company.
And yeah,
100% rentals.
I love it. I love it.
With that said,
we need to make sure we get your address and we get this out to you. We'll talk to you after the show and get that.
And when I meet you guys in SEMA, be around me.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for being our guest. I mean, we really have enjoyed getting to know you, being open and candid with us about your struggles, your challenges, your success. I mean, I love that. And it's inspiring, it's uplifting, and I think we all need a little taste of Carter Jones to push us through the tough times. So thank you for being that voice and that example.
You're welcome, Mo. Thank you for having me.
Yep.
And, is there any more questions?
Nope, that
was the last one.
Okay. If any of the chat has any, I got some time. I'm not in a rush, but
Let me go look real quick. So let's see. What is Go Carter? Richard Hutchins.
hey, Richard.
And we got
Jacob Renner.
Jacob
How you
Renner.
doing,
He's
Jacob?
awesome. Outlaw. So kudos to you, man. I know you've had a crazy busy couple weeks. So glad your dad's
I don't know. Maybe my Google ads have just started working, but this week I am swamped. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it is.
Like a month ago, I was like dead slow, and now it's crazy.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being our guest. How do people get in touch with you in your area?
So my phone number is at 403-369-0566. Email handicappedhustlin@gmail.com. Facebook, all social media, Handicapped and Hustling.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for this special edition. We are going to be doing an episode, our regularly scheduled episode, tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time, 12 o'clock Eastern Time. We actually have Mike Ryans and Kirk Evans. They're going to be joining us to talk to us about the Detailers of the Roundtable, a new group that you guys have seen and heard about. So they will be our guests tomorrow. So make sure that you tune in.
Yep. And thank you to everybody that sent in questions. Thanks to Rupez for just being awesome and getting this to us on time, and everybody that joined in. So appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
See ya.